The Very Serious Crafts podcast is now on Patreon. Head on over to patreon.com/seriouscrafts to support our podcast and get early access to episodes, find out about our unfiltered patron-only off-week episodes, and more.
You're listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
We're very serious crafters.
And we craft very serious crafts.
Very serious.
Hello, and welcome to Season 3, Episode 17 of the Very Serious Crafts podcast. I'm Molly from Wild Olive.
I'm Haley from Red Handled Scissors and the Bones and Bobbins podcast.
And I'm Heidi from Hands Occupied. Today we'll be talking about chicken scratch embroidery, listener emails, and Taylor Swift? Question mark? That's what it says.
Yes, that's what it says. And we're just going to talk right into that at this moment because this isn't about me and I don't want to get into it. At this point,
You're bringing it up.
I'm bringing it up. It needs to be brought up, but we don't need to linger on it.
Okay.
By the time that you're listening to this email, wow, I'm having a really hard time talking today. This podcast, whoa. This is a good start, guys.
Yeah, it's going great.
By the time you listen to this, this is old news already. Except that while we're recording it, it's still fairly new news.
Dear.
So
And Molly is feeling some kind of way about
I'm
it.
feeling some kind of way. So Katy Perry, I don't even really listen to these people, but Katy Perry shared that Taylor Swift, in a very kind gesture, made an embroidered silk baby blanket for Katy Perry's new baby, whose name is Daisy Dove, I think.
I like
no
the name
idea.
Daisy. Daisy's
Yes, it's adorable. So, she made this embroidered silk baby blanket that Taylor Swift said was reminiscent or inspired by a blanket she had as a child.
I'm opening this link for the first time.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Someone needs to give Taylor Swift an embroidery hoop or some
Youch.
stabilizer and maybe an embroidery lesson or two. Again, very kind gesture. This is super sweet, but also it's so...
She did not know how to close that edge.
It's super scrunchy and it has a bunch of issues, and I had heard about this. My dad told me about it because, of course, embroidery wanted to, share that. I probably thinking I'd talk about it here, which I am. But then also, Hoop Hoop Hooray AU on Instagram, she tweeted or she Instagrammed about it and was like, clearly we've got some tension issues, both between maybe the two ladies and the embroidery, but it was just it just bugs me so much. So anyway, that's my rant about it. We can go on. I just had to say something.
Hold on. I just scrolled down, and the one comment that jumped out at me, I'm just going to read because I think it's
Oh, no.
kind enough, but probably sums up what I am thinking and digesting in my brain as I look at this image for the first time. Okay. This person says, "It looks like the first time I tried to use my sewing machine and the thread kept piling up and bunching the fabric. Also, that's not a daisy? Question mark."
Well, okay. To be fair,
Sorry, I'm being mean. Sorry, Ms. Swifts and Perry.
yes. Again, I don't.
You're just
know how
so
much...
rich and could take a lesson or
Oh my
buy an
gosh,
online
wait.
video course.
Is
Yeah,
Is Katy Perry with Orlando Bloom?
Yeah.
Yes. So that's why it says Baby Bloom, and she just, I think, put a bloom on
And
there.
The baby's name is Daisy?
Yeah.
First of all, that baby's gonna be adorable. Genetic jackpot, what? And I only know of Orlando Bloom as Legolas, so that is the only thing I'm thinking at the moment. And my husband once did a shoot with Katy Perry riding a bomb.
Okay.
I don't remember what it was for. It was very early in our relationship.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I read somewhere that Taylor
No,
Swift
a body
started...
double must have been.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry.
No, yeah, I read that Taylor Swift started working on this back in May It is now September. Obviously, she put a lot of thought into this. I don't want to, like,
It is
put
a
that
really
down.
sweet gesture.
Yeah.
And it looks exactly like the first handkerchiefs I embroidered for my husband
Right.
when I
It
first started
just-
embroidering.
Yeah, it just happens
Do you
to
know
be
what I
getting
think
a lot
happened?
of attention. What?
What I
What do you
think happened is the same thing that happened when I started embroidering, is that the idea of separating threads out, just
Yes.
I didn't understand, and so there was a lot of bulk to a lot of my pieces and a lot of pulling because of it.
Yes.
But I think it's very, very sweet, and also it looks like someone who's learning.
Yes. Exactly.
And that is a fine thing to do. If you want to make a kind thing for someone else, even if you are just learning, that is a perfectly acceptable thing to do.
Yes. Also, though, for your first project, this is a tip for everyone. Don't start embroidering on silk as your first project.
That was going to be my like final 2 cents.
Yeah.
I
'Cause
think
that made it a
she
lot
was
harder.
going. I think she was picturing this like softly lit with like a disco glare effect, like you would get in one of the A Beautiful Mess apps. Like I think she was picturing the Instagram when she made it, because she's nothing if not a good brander and marketer who understands trends.
Well, and
And
mean,
I
the silk does
guarantee
look
you
like
that I
Yeah.
guarantee you that she was like, this is so fucking cute with this fucking silk. Look at how trendy. I don't know how to embroider, but I'm Taylor Swift.
But
Oh my
and you know
goodness.
what? Fine.
Yeah, I mean, she gets to do that. And we get to talk
She also
about
has people telling her how great she is all day, so
It's true.
1.6 million likes on that Insta post.
But
Fame.
we were also all there at some point.
Yes.
All of us.
I mean, not with
And
people just telling
we
us how great
agree.
we are, but, you know.
I was an only child.
Oh,
I still don't think that feels like 1.6 million likes for your first embroidery project on ill-advised silk.
Okay, fine.
Anyway, I really didn't want to talk about this a lot, although I knew it was a risk because...
This is more interesting than any of the other crap I was going to talk about, let's be honest.
I mean, me too. I feel like also I had a pink blankie that looked very much like this, only it had satin silk edging around it. And it really hits me in the heart, the unrecognizable shred that she carries in a pocket as a teenager. I oh no, I'm gonna cry about it.
And again, this is why Taylor Swift is rich and famous, because she makes people act like this and feel like this.
It's not even. It's not
No,
that.
it's
it's
really
what
real, yeah.
Yeah.
It's what she said, and
Yeah.
I had Simon cremated with
Yeah.
it, with mine,
Yep.
and so like. And oh god, it looked awful. It was a hot mess.
Yeah, we have my mom's, and it's like, I mean, it's now sealed in a plastic bag because it's that.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, it's an heirloom at that point.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, oh goodness, it doesn't matter to a kid what a
Right.
thing looks like as
Yes.
long as it tactilely meets their needs.
Yes.
Mhm.
And
will do
as an
that.
autistic kid,
Yeah.
my blankie was like the most important thing in the world. Like if it got left anywhere, like my parents have driven hundreds of miles to retrieve my blankie wherever it is that it may have been left.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the embroidery is very beginner, but I really, really appreciate the sentiment behind
Yes.
it.
Exactly. Yeah.
And now I brought my dead cat into it. Gosh,
I know, but-
everything is just...
But you have kittens. You have comfort kittens. So
I like that phrase a lot.
Comfort kittens. I don't think they're comforting anything right now.
Tell us about it, Haley.
Oh my gosh. So, kittens, as they're wont to do, have grown significantly since when I got them, and they fit in the palm of my hand.
Mm-hmm.
And they, just a couple days ago, are 4 months old. And they're huge. And they desperately want to be involved in every activity going on in the apartment. And so every time I sit down to do anything, like any project, anything, I will look away to grab something and look back, and there will be kittens. Like, they have descended upon and are reaching little paws out to touch that or touch my nose or
Oh.
and it's the cutest thing, but also they make it impossible to get anything done, and they sound like a small stagecoach running through my apartment right now. And so if you should hear tramplings, rumblings, pouncings, things trying to break into other things, those are my kittens, and there's nothing I can do about it. Sorry.
I'm fine with it, man.
I enjoy it.
By sorry, I mean not sorry.
I also enjoy the view of their hallway that they run down through your apartment, because I lose count of how many times they go by, and it's the cutest.
Mm-hmm. You are not wrong.
They are very, very cute. And also not, like, they're no longer at kittens something might hurt me phase. So they're no longer like curious but hiding a little bit when anything, like when noises happen. They are now, hi, I'm involved. And I hope that's okay with you, because you don't have another option. I'm like, okay. All right, Kat, you win. Yep.
That's funny.
So anyway, that is my life update. Heidi, what's up with you?
Well, I've been home a lot because Storm's still sick because she's elderly. So opposite stage of life going on in my animal world over here. But because I've been home so much, like yeah, we're under lockdown, but like she can't be left alone at all.
Right.
24 hours a day. So hence all of my topics today. I'll just give you a little preview there. And so the long and short of my little chatter here is that I've been fiddling around with macrame again, because it's just kind of fun to play around with something different when you're just like, I'm going crazy, it's 3 a.m, my dog just whatever. And so the thing is, though, between like the sleep deprivation and the new craft and like constantly putting it up and down, and macrame just works different than knitting and crochet and latch hook because it's a little more free form, which is why I'm enjoying it. But the thing is, with all that sleep deprivation and stuff, I've begun hoarding all these rings for making like hanging planters and other macrame projects.
Yeah.
But then I gather a few of them, come up with this clever place to store them so I find them later, and then I can't find where I stored that last bunch. So I've got this, like, I don't know if magpie is how to describe the situation. I don't know. Squirrel with acorns of macrame loops.
Definitely the sleep deprivation adding to that.
That's
that
really
fun.
funny, though.
I keep forgetting everything.
You're going to find some deeply confusing stashes of macrame circles, and I cannot wait for the text.
Also,
with just the photo and the question mark.
Yeah.
Also, I am doing a little jump into macrame myself, and at some point we will have to talk macrame math, because that's a whole thing. Not also to be done with sleep deprivation. We talked about things I wake up thinking of in the middle of the night. Macrame math is now one of them.
That and tension. And how much you want to, like, for me, I'm at the phase where I just want to tear everything out the second I clock an imbalance in my knots. And that's not really a good way to finish a thing.
Yeah. Taylor Swift wouldn't do that. She'd just continue on.
Yeah.
Sorry, that was really mean. Yeah. So before we continue,
I wonder. She seems like the kind of person that might have a secret macrame planner in her house, given that embroidery, though.
maybe
Just saying.
I definitely agree with that. But yeah,
I'm positive that it exists.
before we
There's
jump
no doubt.
into more conversations that probably won't be as mean as I was with Taylor Swift, apparently, we want to give a shout out to a new serious friend of the Very Serious Crafts podcast who is now supporting us at patreon.com/seriouscrafts. Many thanks to Nink. You are the best.
Woo, Nink.
Yes. Thanks, Nink.
Yes. So now let me tell you about something that I just recently did that I had so much fun with, and it was for work, but it didn't feel like it was for work.
That's the
Yes,
best.
that's the best. That's why we all started this job.
I know.
We thought it was gonna always be like that.
I know. Yeah, so I was doing pour painting for a blog post, and we talked about it a little bit, I think last season or the season before even.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
Sarah
my friend
Jane
Sarah.
Crafts. Yes.
Yeah.
She does it. And obviously I don't pour paint at her skill level. But I did do some paint pouring, and it was so much fun. And I mixed the paint myself using Floetrol and a little bit of silicone lubricant in some of it, and like liquid wrench just did the trick. And it was I there were points when I was a little bit stressed because Haley's having a hard time.
I don't know what's going on, but Haley's mouth keeps getting
Tell
very
me,
wide.
tell me,
and
what did I do
closing,
wrong?
And she's biting her fist, and I'm just
Silicone
enjoying.
lubricant, I cannot help myself.
I'm sorry. That's why I clarified. I clarified it was liquid wrench.
And then you said liquid wrench, and I was like, because she knows.
I knew. I'm not gonna address it. We're moving
Okay,
on.
hold on.
Okay.
The thing is, though, I might not be the only person here who doesn't know why there's so much screaming and fist biting and excitement. Can you please explain?
No, we're not
Molly was
discussing
talking
lubricant
about
on the
lube.
podcast. We're collecting ourselves after that.
Sorry.
Okay. Anyway, I mixed some paint together.
I'm
And
sleep deprived. It's fine.
I put it into a cup and I poured it onto a canvas, and it was beautiful.
I'm sure
That's
it
it.
was.
I'm really excited for you. I think that sounds like a lot of fun and also a mess that would make me have a seizure.
Yeah, so that was the thing, and this is where I
Could you do it inside like a cardboard box?
yeah. Oh yes, this is my pro tip that
Okay.
I have not really seen this a lot of places, but this was my dad did pour painting with like middle school students. My sister did as well. And it
That sounds like a bad idea.
It does. It sounds like a terrible idea, but it's okay because of this tip that we have all worked out as a system for this. And that is buy one of those aluminum, like disposable aluminum baking pans, like a roasting pan. It doesn't even have to be big. In fact, if it's just small enough, you can set your canvas in so that it like rests in the corners and like is elevated. That way you're pouring all into this tray, and you can wipe it out and use it over and over again, but you haven't wrecked anything. It is very contained. You're
speaking my language.
I know. I did this entire pour painting thing on my photo backdrop without getting any paint on my photo backdrop at all.
Whoa.
That's
deeply legitimately impressive. Yeah.
So it was the most nerve-wracking thing was, mixing and pouring into the cups and not wanting to drip anywhere. But again, I didn't drip. It was okay. It was.
I have a vision of your hand like shakily holding a Dixie cup, being like, "Don't mess this up, Molly. The stakes are too high."
I felt and also when you're taking photos, you're very much like, I get one shot at this. If I make a mess everywhere, it's obvious and I can't go back.
Don't mess this up, Molly. Come on.
I know.
Like
it was
clapping your
high
hands.
stakes paint pouring.
It was that. But it was amazing, and it was fun to do, and I highly recommend it as a just try it and see what happens. The only thing I would say I estimated this craft as costing about $25 with all of the supplies, canvases, paint, Floetrol, etc. But it's you probably have a lot of this stuff anyway, so not the Floetrol, but other stuff you could pour paint pretty easily. I recommend it. It's relaxing, other than messing up paint on your photo backdrop part, which you probably wouldn't do.
If Molly can do it, you might just not be trying hard enough if you mess it up. That's what we're saying, right? On this very positive podcast.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay, so on the level of expert to Taylor Swift, oh no,
Taylor Swift could absolutely do this project.
Okay.
I feel like she'd find a way to intentionally
the
place
are
the
gonna come
paint
for us, so we should probably.
Actually, I think here's your segue.
Yeah.
We may get listener emails from all of this being down on Taylor Swift business. We will be prepared to talk about them in a future podcast, but for today, listener emails.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've got them.
It's true. So, in a continuing trend, apparently, I have read another listener email that I found to be very inspiring that I would like to share with you folks, because it touches on several things that we're all very excited about, including the Workbasket magazines that I think Molly and I talked about.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we got an email a couple of weeks ago from Edna, who says, "Love the podcast as always. I remember seeing Workbasket magazines at my grandma's house, and it brought back good memories. Here is a link to a free, huge digital archive of Workbasket magazines. Also, lots of other embroidery, knitting, and handmade resources. I would be remiss if I didn't mention that they are looking for trained librarians to help catalog or train volunteers." And so I didn't read out the URLs because they are long, but they will definitely be included in the show notes. And basically all you need to know is that it is antiquepatternlibrary.org is where all of this stuff is based. And so I, of course, felt the need to go down a rabbit hole, and then Molly and I together went down a rabbit hole earlier today. Mm-hmm. And so looking back specifically through the Workbasket magazine, they start apparently at the beginning, in October of 1935, which is very neat.
I did not realize that's how old Workbasket was. I knew it went back a long time, but I didn't know it went back that far.
Yeah, and it was called apparently Aunt Martha's Workbasket, Home and Needlecraft for Pleasure and Profit. And so this particular episode is, or not episode. Oh, wow.
I'm wearing off on you.
None of us can.
The girl's on 2 podcasts. It can't be helped.
Yeah. So I'm currently looking at a 1937 edition, and it's very short but very interesting, like about what to do with string that you're saving and things like that.
I love it.
Yeah, and so they start out a little more on the short side, but assuming that you're coming with a lot of skills, which you would have been if you, generally speaking, if you were a woman in the 1930s.
Yes.
But they also have a bunch of other different collections, and they're searchable. And so I fell into the bobbin lace category in their catalog, and there are books that I haven't seen and in full, and some beginner books. There are good scans, and they're legible, and they have what's called prickings in bobbin lace, which is a pattern. And I'm just really excited to dive into this further. And I don't know if I've talked about this before on the podcast, but when right at the end of college, I was part of the early English books program, putting 16th and 17th. Ow! Cat! There's a cat climbing my leg. Jack, that hurts. Anyway, I was part of the early English books project, putting 16th and 17th century texts in an online searchable database. And so there were scans of all of these texts, and I was basically checking the code to make sure that everything was properly transcribed and properly coded for searching. But this reminds me a lot of that project.
Yeah.
And especially since they are such good scans and so well organized, it makes what could be a completely useless project a really, really useful resource.
Yeah.
In a way that my mind is blown. And so I'm so excited that Edna shared this with us, and I will include a bunch of links in the show notes to different things that I thought were interesting, and also the links that Edna specifically provided for us. And so if you happen to be somebody into library science out there, or a volunteer who's into this sort of thing, which now I'm kind of curious about since I've done something so similar.
Yeah.
How fun is this? I love it. So
Yes.
Thanks, Edna.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, Edna. So this is actually a perfect segue for one of my topics today.
Great.
So actually, as somebody who, if you're familiar with my work or stuff I post about on the internet, you're going to know that I'm into vintage crafting and working from a lot of vintage patterns. Especially in the last year, I've been doing a lot of vintage knitting in particular. And it's really funny that Edna sent this email because it came in right about the time I was already on that very website looking for snood patterns. SNOOD.
Oh, yeah.
With your dirty minds over there that I'm just not even catching.
I know what a snood is. Come on.
So I was on there looking for snood patterns because the latest version of my Stuck Inside 24/7 madness projects is vintage hair setting, like fully
fun.
Using foam rollers and headscarves like a grandma. Because I have long hair for the first time in ages.
That for other people.
Yeah.
When she was younger. I thought she was old, but she used to say that she would do that for the little old ladies in town because there wasn't a salon that would set their hair weekly. So
that's really sweet.
Yeah, I'm really excited about this. Please tell us more.
Yeah. So yeah, my hair's the longest it's been in probably 10 years. And I've also grown out just because of lockdown, all my highlights, because I would get like partial highlights. My natural hair is blonde, but it would just be lighter to give it some more dimension. And the thing with dyeing your hair is that once you dye it, you kind of have to keep going unless you are fine with tolerating the root line.
Yes.
But conveniently, thanks to, excuse me, thanks to writing a book immediately followed by lockdown, that line, it like got to almost the top of my ears by the time I was ready to deal with my hair again. So right now I'm pretending I have an ombre dye, first of all.
Very nice.
I mean, very on trend.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I'm faking it very well. But I wanted to be, like, in general, more empowered about my hair and stuff. And I just get so frustrated with cosmetic anything. Like, my patience for it is very low. I don't know why I can sit down and make, like, an entire complicated intarsia Afghan, but, like, doing my hair in the morning is, like, ugh, why?
Oh, I straight up refuse.
Yeah, I totally understand that.
If I can't run a comb through it and be done, I'm not doing it.
And I think also part of my aversion to hair, now that I've done this vintage hair setting, might be that I was, I only ever learned to do my hair like in the 90s and 2000s. And I have really fine hair. And what I'm finding now with using vintage hair rollers and hair rolling techniques is that I think it actually suits my hair a little better because I'm curling it without heat, which is also a little more eco-friendly depending on how you want to balance out like the carbon footprint of the foam rollers I got on Amazon. Womp womp.
I mean, you could use rag rollers if you wanted to.
I don't want to. I want to get consistent.
I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
And also I also don't plan on buying more than one set of plastic and foam rollers ever in my life, so anyway, I'm rambling a little bit because I'm not used to like explaining hair, and I feel like weirdly like I have to justify even doing hair as a creative endeavor just because of like
hair is totally a
no,
creative
but like
endeavor.
I think for a lot of people, because I used to be one of those people, it's like, oh, they're into hair and makeup, like they're obviously dumb, I can't take them seriously, they could not like that, just thinking of it as a skill that's just invalid. And I definitely had that like bad mentality for a lot of my teen years, and I'm excited that like in my older age I'm getting back to like simultaneously doing less and more with my hair, and I'm finding it actually creatively satisfying. So it's kind of interesting just how those things evolve and change, and also how hard hair is. People who are good at hair, like, mad props because you are skilled.
Oh, yeah. People good at hair and makeup, like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to be good at makeup because gothy years. But like now, the skills that I see just on like normal people.
Yeah, walking around.
Yeah.
What is happening here? I don't even understand what this brush is.
And yet you can make bobbin lace. It's wild. Yeah. That's how I feel too.
Yeah. Yeah. But honestly, Heidi, that set that you shared, you're pulling out
on Instagram, yeah.
Yeah, on Instagram. Oh my goodness.
I just this morning
Fabulous.
was like, I should save this as a highlight just because I've gotten enough like DMs, because I just wanted to be like, I'm doing this. 5,000 Instagram friends. Some of you might be. Will you be my friend and talk to me and tell me how to do this good? And it worked.
Oh,
Excellent.
I think Gretchen Hirsch, Gertie, has some videos.
I bet she does.
Vintage sets,
I
if I
need to
remember
check hers out.
correctly.
Yeah.
She might have some tutorials too. I vaguely remember stumbling upon them, but they were not relevant to me given the length of my hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and actually, this is perfect. This is a great topic because now we have show notes and I can put all my links in a place because I wasn't sure where to put them on like my yarn blog.
Yeah.
So I'll just have a little list
In the
for you.
show
I mean, it's fiber.
Yeah, it is fiber. And I kept thinking that, and I was
Yep.
like, I would throw myself off a cliff if I had to knit with my own hair because it is too slippery.
Yeah, and that's actually also why I don't
Yeah.
do anything
It's
with my
the fine hair
It's-
thing. I just assumed
yeah.
cosmetics and hair stuff wasn't for me because it just never worked. And what I didn't know was like, less is more in all things with your skin and hair, Heidi. Less is more. Don't touch it. Like, that's
it
the
likes
truth.
to be left alone.
Yeah. Anyway, I digress. I'm really liking it. And also, even though I still have to wash my hair midweek because my hair just gets too greasy too fast because it's so fine and that's how my body is. I find that my hair is still nicer the first wash after. Like there's more body and it looks like I've done a lot of work and I just comb it and it's good. So if the whole point is to like wash my hair less and do less to it, I think I'm really feeling confident that this is the way to go. So anyway, so snood, anyway, a snood,
Yes.
S-N-O-O-D,
I did
is
say
a hair cover
word.
that I can then put over my curlers or like sleep for the second day on my hair so it doesn't get as smooshed overnight. So that's the craft
No,
connection.
snoods are great.
Yeah, I like it.
Do you have one of the fancy shower caps?
Not yet. I haven't. I don't know. I'm probably just craning my neck horribly because I'm like, no, my hair's dry.
Because
while I lean over in the
Instagram
shower.
really thinks I need one.
Uh-huh.
And so I have been getting relentless marketing. Although I will say that one of my recent very mysterious anxiety medication purchases was a brush and hair dryer combination. Now, first of all, I don't use a hair dryer. Second of all, I don't use a brush. Like, when it arrived, I opened my bathroom cabinet and my hair dryer, which only gets used by my mother when she comes, was like covered with, I don't know, a year's worth of dust because my mother has not been here because COVID. And yet, maybe like in winter, if I go outside and I don't want my hair to be wet, I don't know. But it also seems like a better idea than you can do no heat. And so it seems like a better idea and a quicker way to dry it than using a blow dryer like the once or twice a year that I ever do.
Yeah.
I actually dry set my hair, but that's a whole nother topic.
Oh,
Dry
do you?
versus yeah, and I
Interesting. Do you have hair?
and I have
do
it
you use
turn out
oils?
dry. Yeah, yeah. And I was gonna in the show notes thing, I'll link the stuff too.
Cool.
Yeah. I have so
Yeah.
many opinions about hair products and stuff.
Ooh,
I love it. I love
I
it.
may take a foray. I need a haircut
Mm-hmm.
badly, and so I may take a foray into finger waves
Mhm.
after my next haircut.
That would be really cute on
Cool.
your face too.
Yeah, and I've done them, and I know
Cute face. That's what
I
I'm
know
saying.
how to do them. But I haven't. I know how to do them in theory, but not in practice. And so maybe there will be a future episode wherein, I mean, I can always talk about haircrafts.
Okay, so moving along, I have something that I would like to talk about that I've wanted to talk about for a while. I'll still try and keep it brief, but have either of you seen or done Mill Hill counted glass kits, bead kits? Do you know what these are?
No, but I just saw a stained glass kit
Okay.
that sounds very familiar.
Are they the ones that you sew the bead onto canvas and then make
Yes.
an ornament? Okay,
Yes.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Exactly. Yes. So I brought with some examples because I had just recently uncovered a bag full of them that we must have gotten on clearance. So here we are. A little ASMR.
Yay!
Yes, I have one of those. Yeah,
Yeah.
my mom must have in the past. had.
I did these, I think, as a teenager. That's how far back these. Oh, well, let's see. The ones that I have here, most of them are copyright 1991.
Yeah,
That doesn't mean I was doing them in 91, but it is possible.
they were
So-
big in the 90s.
Yeah, well, they still exist now, and you can still find them. They are still producing new kits. Basically, if you've never seen these, listeners, most of them start with perforated paper, which is fairly thick. It's the kind that you can use for cross stitch, and then it's like counted cross stitch, except that you are stitching these beads in place. And
Cute.
then they also usually have some extra embroidery floss elements to them. Some of them have more embroidery or cross stitch involved. There's different styles. So I have one that I definitely did that I'm showing the ladies here in the video chat. It is a little scarecrow, but I have
Very
multiple
appropriate.
That's the
Yes.
least terrifying scarecrow I've ever seen.
Absolutely that. This one, I don't think I ever did one like this. It's like a
Little pumpkin.
pumpkins and like wheat or something.
Cute.
For Haley, I found and brought with the happy little Halloween witch and black cat.
I love them both.
Aren't they so great?
I love them.
I also did. I remember
I've
doing.
never in my life wanted to do beadwork before.
well. We found the thing. It's cool because it is like counted cross stitch, but just a different element, and a lot of them are solid beading, and I'm rattling a little bit here and making extra noises because I'm playing with these items. I recently found a partially finished one that was a Christmas design. There's like half of it there.
Are they like the tree with the colorful beads?
It's a tree in a sleigh, so it will look like this. Here is how long it's been since I worked on this, apparently. First of all, it's in a little mini embroidery floss box, but the beads did not say separate because the lid doesn't actually seal down on that. So just remember that. If you're sorting your beads in one of these, that won't work.
Oh, I hate that.
Also,
I must have gone through a beading phase because I have visceral memories of teeny tiny seed beads mixing together.
they're all mixed. It's a whole mess. Also, I noticed when looking at this closely that there seems to be a little bit of mold on here, but there's definitely a load of rust on the needle that is still threaded, and it's
Gross.
I don't like it. I'm gonna close that up.
Throw it away.
But I will also say
Tetanus.
this is in the same from Mill Hill, but with barely any beads involved. A kit that I bought a couple of years ago at my local needle workshop, which has since closed, sadly. It is a kit that they did a set of these. They're nativity ornaments, and this one is the baby Jesus with a cow and a lamb nestled in nearby. And I got this to make for my mom years ago, and I still have not made it because it's still in the package, friends.
That's some real ASMR.
But I maybe this is the year. I don't know, but I kind of want to pull it out and do it because it would be fun. And the only downside to this is the for real cross stitch part on this will take longer because you can't, on the perforated paper, you can't like go down and come back up in one stitch without it really messing up the paper. So it will take me twice as long to do this. I feel like I'm already talking myself out of it. But anyway.
I think I don't understand why it's paper.
I think because you often will make them into pins and ornaments, and you don't really have to do anything to the back of it. It just stays rigid, which is a nice feature,
But
yes.
if it like got wet,
Yeah, it would be a problem if it got wet, definitely. But
okay, I'm just wondering.
If you were wearing this as a pin though, and you were caught in the rain, that is a very real possibility, I will say.
It's true.
So I guess you could lacquer the back.
You probably could. But anyway.
We had a family friend who was obsessed with those kits when I was a kid, and I think to this day my parents still have all the ornaments she made for us.
Yeah.
That's funny.
They're actually really pretty. They're, it
They have
feels
a
like an
nutcracker.
era. Yeah. I'm sure.
Yeah, we definitely have the Nutcracker.
Well,
back
and
there at my
the
house.
90s are so big again. Maybe these are going to be the next kit to come back because there's got to be piles of dead stock because those had to be dirt cheap to make. There's probably just piles of them somewhere that somebody's like, heck yeah, throwback 90s business. Let's go.
Oh yeah.
Also,
Well, I mean, you guys did see that the American Girls came out with the 80s style.
I didn't see
The
it.
80s historic style.
Yeah, that's a problem for me, but okay.
Anyway, I am expecting there will be some crafts and craft
that would
kits
be good.
related.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just would say if you at all like beads and or cross stitch, and you haven't done one of these kits, they're all over Etsy, but you can also, the company Mill Hill does still make them. So you can find not just dead stock, but new things, and they're cute. It's a look, but they're cute. So anyway, that's all.
It's a look, but they're cute.
Fair enough.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. I feel like that's how I feel
cute.
about most things that I like. This isn't for everyone, but it's cute.
And I'm really into the Halloween one. I now own 2 Halloween cats who make the Halloween cat shape with some regularity.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
So, anyway.
That's cute. Everything's cute.
It is cute.
I need a nap. What else is new?
I think we all need a nap. It's fine. So I have a quick update from Shelby, our friend and plant biologist.
At this point, botany consultant for the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
Exactly. So after she heard the last episode, the last main episode, where we talked about her methods for pressing flowers, I think that we all were wondering about plastics in presses and whether or not things should or could go into the oven.
Yes. Safety, melting, all of that sort of thing.
Right. And so she got back to us after hearing it with some recommendations for presses. It had not occurred to her that plastic ones would exist because that, not in her wheelhouse.
Right.
She's not a hobby plant presser.
Yes.
So
she's a very serious plant presser.
That's right.
Trademark.
Okay, so she confirmed that no, we should not put the plastic ones in ovens, etc.
Good, because I think there was a moment last time where we were like, well, maybe if it's low temp and you open a window. Don't do that, apparently.
Well, I'm
very
not
stupid craft podcast.
Sure.
Sorry.
I'm still not sure whether or not that would be a problem, but let's assume that it is. We'll assume that is a bad idea.
Okay. Yeah.
And
I'm down with that.
Yeah, that I feel that is the safest thing for us to do. And so she sent us 2 links to plant presses that do not have any plastic involved, and they look pretty cool. One of them looks properly professional, and it's from forestry suppliers.com. It's hyphenated, forestry suppliers. And it's a very cool ventilated plant press. And then she also sent a link to something called a large student plant press, which is sort of the style that I'm really obsessed with. Mm-hmm. But the buckles are metal.
Perfect.
And so I will link to these. I think both are currently sold out because everybody is living that quarantine life at the moment. But I will put up links to those so people who are interested in knowing a little bit more about that can get presses that are safe to use in the ways we talked about.
Excellent.
Always good.
And adding to that, Rachel, who is one of our very serious friends on Patreon.
Embroidery Patreon.
Yes.
Embroidery Patreon. Sorry.
She is also a biologist, and she let us know there on Patreon that when she was a student, they would put their presses in the car and leave it there for like a week, and the heat inside of the car would be enough.
Smart.
Yeah, in the summer.
Yep. It was like spring, summer, and she said as long as they are not in direct sunlight, they pressed wonderfully, she says. So
nice.
Which is good to know.
Yeah, another good option that is, if you have a car, is gonna work.
Also, you could put your yarn stash in there and take right care of any moth.
There you go.
Oh.
Moth-free yarn and pressed flowers. That's what we're all about here.
Simultaneously.
Yep.
I mean, I feel really great about all of this.
Yes.
Yeah. So that is the update from Shelby, and thank you, Shelby.
Yes,
thank you very much. Seriously, you're like a professional scientist, and this is cool to learn about how to do for real.
I know. Yes. Science
Indeed.
and crafting together, good combo. Which is a little how I felt when I was doing the pour painting and like mixing things to get a good balance of the flow to the paint and everything. Yeah. Anyway,
Ooh,
it was
physics.
not.
Yeah, and that's hard to do because the specific gravity of different ingredients
and
is
it was
very different.
it
And
was all
different
very
pigments.
it was all very experimental and not super scientific, but you could see it at work anyway when it was flowing. But anyway, all of that.
I did not mean to get that nerdy at that moment. Sorry.
I'm
All
there
good.
for it. I'm there for it.
Anyway,
Well, I'm on such a vintage kick this episode, y'all, or maybe just in general in life. Who's to say? Who's to say? Not me.
I like it. I support it.
So last episode I was talking about making a little apron for my niece Evelyn, who's 2. She has it. She loves it. It's cute. There's pictures, etc. I will share them, obviously. But I just keep having these aprons like cross my path lately. So I made that apron for my niece, and then I was doing some little like shifting my wardrobe from summer to fall because I never do that, and this seemed like the year to make that a habit. And I found this
It's
like
a good goal to have.
yeah, it is, and it's a new decade, so why not? Anyway, and so I found in next to my stash of costume materials and yarn wigs that we all have,
I mean, we probably all do is the thing.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I'll stop self-roasting and get to the dang point. But anyway, so in among my costumes was this stash of aprons, and they were all half aprons, and they were almost all sewn in gingham fabric. Every kind of pastel gingham you could picture from the early 1960s. And they are all cross-stitched as well with like geese or just general like geometric patterns and stuff. And I was raised as a knitter from when I was a kid, but not an embroiderer. So when I posted about this on Instagram, somebody I actually grew up with commented and was like, I think that's called chicken scratch embroidery. And then everybody chimed in, and I was like, oh,
right.
Yeah, this sounds vaguely familiar. That my mom, I can't remember if she was like complaining that she had to do it, or was like, you're lucky you don't have to sit down and do crafts homework. And I was like, I want to do crafts homework. You don't know.
Yeah, so that's specifically on gingham, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay,
Yeah.
so I do know what this is. I didn't think that I did, but yeah.
Lay it on me.
Yeah.
Your wisdom.
It's exactly what it sounds
It
like.
is. Yeah,
It's,
it's cross-stitch on gingham.
Yep, because gingham is a grid. It mimics the look of even weave fabric, and so you can use that grid like you would use any even weave or open weave fabric.
And
So, yeah.
And in addition to the aprons, I also realized I had a few gingham little tablecloths that I have to imagine were like fabric left over from these. But those are really cool because I think they've all been less used. So they're almost in like just got finished condition.
Nice.
And a lot of the stitches are more advanced on the tablecloths. So maybe my grandma worked on them or something, but they're really beautiful. And so I think I'm just going to slowly, when I need something to post on Instagram, because they're all colors and things I like, I'm just going to start steaming them, photographing them, and deciding whether or not I need like 10 aprons.
There you go.
Yeah, I have a stack of vintage textiles. But for a while, my grandma was, like, I inherited all of my great-grandmother's embroidered handkerchiefs and collars and stuff like that. And also some of my grandma's stuff, but she was a very resentful crafter. And so for a while, she was going to garage sales and estate sales and picking up handmade textiles that were done very skillfully and just sending them to me.
I
Now-
have purchased some of those kinds of things because
Yeah.
it felt like I should,
Somebody
rescue
needs
them,
them.
or that. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Like-
Spoiler, I ended up donating them years later because I was
Yep.
like, what do I need them for?
Yep. I've got to keep all my own
Yeah.
elders stuff.
Yes, that.
Well, and that's just it. So I've got all of these things that are beautifully done, but I have a set of hand-embroidered cocktail napkins in
Ooh.
white with white embroidery.
Okay.
Like,
Just frame them? Like, is that
Nobody's
the only option
ever-
at that point?
and they're done on just beautiful quality. Oh, like, and I believe the it's like silk embroidery thread. Like, it's, I don't know why you would ever do that. Like, and I am someone who uses my great grandmother's beautifully hand stitched with handmade lace handkerchiefs for their intended purpose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I would never use these napkins. Anyway, because I'm fairly sure, like, bleach would eat them.
Mm-hmm.
And
So what you're saying is that Taylor Swift did not make those cocktail napkins.
I think Taylor Swift would have to be, approaching like 120, 130 to have made these particular napkins.
And her album would be 1889.
That's what I was saying.
Yes! This is the best podcast ever, thanks to
Oh my
Taylor
God.
Swift.
Oh, there you go. There it is.
I didn't even know I was setting up that joke.
It was so good. You guys, we have to end now because
I know.
it can't get any better
Okay, that's fair.
or worse. Maybe I'm not sure.
Here, I
leave
can make it worse. I'm only 2 years older than Taylor Swift.
Okay, be quiet.
Boom.
That's just terrible. So,
Indeed.
thanks for listening to the Very Serious Crafts podcast.
This was
where
so fun.
Yeah, where we talk about Taylor Swift. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Serious Crafts and on Facebook at Very Serious Crafts. You can also find show notes and all things Very Serious Crafts at veryseriouscrafts.com. Yes, indeed.
Uh-huh.
And finally, if you are a fan of the Very Serious Crafts podcast, please leave us a 5-star review on whichever platform you use to listen to podcasts. Good ratings help us show up in recommendations, which helps more people who love crafting find us.
Yes.
Maybe even Taylor Swift.
Oh,
Now I'm
boy.
gonna stop saying your name.
Please don't tell her
It's
about
like
this.
Beetlejuice.
Oh my gosh.
If Taylor
She just
Swift
shows
appears in
up.
my apartment, I am going to take a lot of photos and be very confused.
Okay, that.
I'm gonna make her play with my kittens, and then I'm gonna give her an embroidery lesson.
Yes!
You want to know what's a stupid fact I know?
Yes.
Taylor Swift's cat's name is Olivia Benson after the Law & Order SVU character.
I
I don't know why I know that.
having had Law and Order SVU filmed literally underneath my bedroom window, and having run smack into Olivia Benson on my way to yoga that morning, I feel great about that.
Okay. Perfect.
On
On that note,
On that note,
goodbye.
bye.
On that note, we should stop.
It's not gonna get better than that.